April 2020. Astronomers scanning the night sky spot something unusual. A fast-moving light unlike any known comet. Its orbit doesn't belong here. Its glow breaks the rules of physics. As data pours in, one thing becomes clear. This object didn't come from our solar system. It came from somewhere else. Its name, 3I Atlas, and it may change how we see the universe forever. In the endless silence between the stars, something unexpected appeared. A faint wandering light drifting through the black. At first, astronomers thought it was nothing more than a comet, another frozen traveler from the distant edges of our own solar system. But as their telescopes focused, the story began to change. This object wasn't following any known path. It was moving too fast, at too steep an angle, as if it had come from somewhere far beyond the sun's reach. They called it 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object ever discovered. The name 3I stands for Third Interstellar, a title that instantly placed it beside two cosmic legends, Oumuamua, discovered in 2017, and 2I Borisov, spotted in 2019. Like its predecessors, 3I Atlas had crossed the unimaginable distance between stars, passing through our solar system for only a brief fleeting moment before continuing on its eternal journey through the void. At first glance, 3I Atlas seemed ordinary, a comet with a bright coma and a long, elegant tail. But when astronomers examined it closely, they noticed something strange. The light wasn't shining from the tail, as it should. The brightest part was at the front, where no comet should glow. Its brightness was fading too quickly, and its orbit hinted that it might have broken apart even before reaching the inner solar system. To the scientists watching, it felt like déjà vu. They remembered Oumuamua, the first interstellar visitor, which had defied every expectation, long, thin, tumbling, and accelerating without explanation. They remembered Borisov, a true comet, icy and active, the only one that looked familiar. But 3I Atlas was something in between, part comet, part mystery. Some began to wonder, was it truly a comet or something else entirely? Its trajectory told a clear story. It wasn't born from our sun. It had entered our neighborhood from another star system, carrying secrets of worlds we may never see. Each of these visitors, Oumuamua, Borisov, and now Atlas, are messengers, fragments of alien systems flung into interstellar space by ancient gravitational dances. They are pieces of other worlds passing through ours. For a brief moment, 3I Atlas gave humanity another chance to look outward and wonder what else is moving, unseen, between the stars. Because somewhere, out there, countless other travelers may be crossing the dark, waiting to be found. When the telescopes locked their gaze on 3I Atlas, the image that appeared was unlike anything the astronomers had expected. Against the deep black of space, it shimmered faintly, not like a steady star, but like something breathing, flickering with light. At first, researchers thought the glow was a trick of the instruments, a faint reflection from cosmic dust. But the readings were consistent across multiple observatories from Hawaii to Chile. The object's coma, that cloudy halo of gas that forms when ice evaporates from a comet's surface, seemed to be coming not from behind, but from its leading edge. It was as if the comet's face, not its tail, was on fire. That single detail changed everything. Comets are simple, predictable in their behavior. As they approach the sun, the heat vaporizes frozen gases which stream outward and form a tail that always points away from the light. But 3I Atlas didn't obey the rule. Its glow came from the front. Its brightness faded irregularly and its shape was too unstable to classify. Within weeks of discovery, telescopes observed the brightness dropping faster than any known comets. The signs were clear. 3I Atlas was breaking apart. By the time it reached the orbit of Mars, it was already gone, a stream of dust and fragments, dissolving silently into space. Still, the data it left behind told a story. Using its orbit, scientists traced its path backward, far beyond the edge of our solar system. Its velocity, nearly 60 kilometers per second, was simply too high to be bound by the sun's gravity. The conclusion was undeniable. It came from another star. This wasn't a visitor from our cosmic neighborhood. It was a messenger from the deep interstellar void. Spectral analysis showed faint traces of cyanide and carbon compounds, chemicals common in comets, but the exact proportions were off. It didn't match the chemistry of any comet we've seen before. Some speculated that its home system might have been older, colder, or richer in certain elements. Others wondered if the differences came from long exposure to interstellar radiation, a slow, invisible erosion as it drifted for millions of years through the dark. And then there was the shape. Early images hinted that 3I Atlas might not have been a single solid body, but a fragile cluster and a fragmenting object, torn apart before we could study it closely. What we saw was only a glimpse, a snapshot of something already dying. Yet even in its final moments, 3I Atlas whispered secrets from another world. For a few brief weeks, humanity watched as a piece of a foreign star system passed by, glowing, fading, and vanishing into the night, like a candle in the cosmic wind. The discovery of 3I Atlas opened a door, but behind that door were only questions. What was it really? Why did it behave so strangely? And what story was hidden in its faint dying light? For most scientists, the first instinct was to stay grounded. They turned to the physics they knew best: cometary disintegration, solar radiation pressure, and volatile outgassing. Perhaps, they reasoned, 3I Atlas was an ordinary comet that simply didn't survive the journey. Maybe as it crossed into the warmth of our solar system, ancient ice beneath its surface suddenly vaporized, shattering the fragile body from within. That could explain the rapid fading and the glow from its front. Sunlight hitting freshly exposed fragments, still venting gas and dust. But others weren't so sure. Atlas behaved too oddly. Its brightness dropped far faster than any model predicted, and the angle of its coma didn't match the physics of natural outgassing. Some astronomers began to wonder if we were seeing something we couldn't yet explain. A remnant of alien engineering, perhaps, or a fragment of a long-dead world, shaped by forces unfamiliar to us. It wouldn't be the first time such questions arose. When Oumuamua passed through in 2017, it baffled scientists with its cigar-like shape and unexplainable acceleration. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb even proposed it could be an artificial probe, a piece of alien technology drifting between stars. While most dismissed that theory as unlikely, it left one truth unshaken. We still know almost nothing about interstellar debris. Atlas brought that mystery back to life. Its composition, its strange disintegration, its brief, unpredictable flare, all pointed toward an origin beyond our current understanding. Perhaps it was a shard of a shattered planet from another solar system. Perhaps it came from a binary star, where gravitational chaos had flung it into the void. Or perhaps it was something older still, a relic from the early days of the galaxy, drifting between suns long before life existed on Earth. Whatever the truth, 3I Atlas reminded us how small our corner of the universe truly is. Each interstellar visitor, and no matter how faint, no matter how brief its stay, carries within it the fingerprints of another world. It is cosmic evidence, a message written in dust and ice, saying you are not alone in the universe of worlds. Even as 3I Atlas broke apart and vanished, its mystery endured. Not in the fragments that drifted away, but in the questions it left behind. Because sometimes, it's not the answers that move science forward. It's the wonder. 3I Atlas has long since vanished. Its trail of dust is gone, its fragments scattered, and its name, little more than a designation in an astronomical database. Yet what it left behind may be more important than any rock or ice. A spark of curiosity. Every time one of these interstellar visitors appears, humanity stands on the edge of discovery. For most of history, we could only look outward, guessing what other worlds might exist among the stars. Now, for the first time, the stars are sending us pieces of themselves. NASA, along with observatories around the world, has begun to prepare for that next visitor. The upcoming Vera C. Rubin Observatory, set to survey the sky every few nights, will be powerful enough to detect faint, fast-moving objects from beyond our solar system, perhaps even before they reach us. Its wide-field eye will capture the night in motion, searching for the subtle traces of the next interstellar traveler. And NASA's Comet Interceptor mission, launching later this decade, will wait in space, patient, ready. It's designed to chase the next unknown object, whatever it may be. If another interstellar body like 3I Atlas appears, the spacecraft could intercept it on the fly, taking close-up images, analyzing its surface, and sampling its gases before it disappears forever. For the first time, we could study a true interstellar visitor up close, a fragment of another solar system, held within the reach of human instruments. Each of these missions carries the same unspoken promise, that we are still learning, still searching. The universe is not silent. It speaks through these wanderers, through the debris that drifts between suns, through the mysteries that challenge our understanding of what is possible. Perhaps the next object won't be a comet at all. Perhaps it will be something far stranger, a dark shard of a lost world, or the remains of a long-dead planet circling a distant star. Or maybe, one day, something will appear that makes us question everything we know about life, about origin, about meaning itself. Because that's what makes discoveries like 3I Atlas so powerful. They remind us that the cosmos is still wild, still full of secrets waiting to be found. For a few fleeting weeks, a small broken traveler from another star crossed our sky, and in its fading light, we saw not the end of a story but the beginning of countless new ones. Somewhere right now another interstellar object is drifting toward us, silent, ancient and unknown, and when it arrives, we'll be ready.